Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1956 Olympia SM3 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Made in Germany and one of the best typewriters of all time, along with the other SM series, also known as the Mercedes-Benz of typewriters. And this one has a beautiful, it's like maroon with butter yellow sides, very pretty. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. This is the left margin. I'm going to set that on 0, and the right one around 75 to 80. And this is the paper support arm that flips up from the back like a switchblade and extends. And this is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers and a scale. Once you hear the bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 1.5, or 2 spaces. Right now we have it on single, but if you want 1.5, just flip that switch forward 1 notch. It skips 1.5. One more, it skips 2. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line. I switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side. Flip that down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red. When you have it in the middle, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. Remove that down for red. Beautiful. One of the best all time. Some of the best parts that you can put on a typewriter, and the print looks beautiful. 11 characters per inch, which is common for Olympia, but typical typewriters are either 10 or 12. So this is right in the middle, sweet spot, a lot of people say. To pull the page out easy, there's a switch on the right side. Flip that forward, it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. Going to flip this down for now and put the color back on black. Got a shift on each side, the shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. MR stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that MR button. Does allow you to get past that and type all the way to the end. Very good. Also, this has a brand new platen installed. Forgot to mention that in the beginning, but it's not easy these days to get new platens installed, so that's a pretty big deal. Backspace on the right side, and that actually, with the new platen, it's not as loud. It sounds nice. It's nice and cushioned when you type. Tab on the top right. This is one of the differences between the SM3 and the SM4. Is this one has a manual tab set on the rear of the carriage, and you just push them kind of like the margins and move them to where you want them. And there's a scale to tell you what space you're going to stop on, and it just stops at each one of those spaces. Very clean. And some people like that better than the SM4, which is a tab set on the keyboard, because that's easier to do maintenance on. If something goes wrong with your tab, it's very straightforward to fix that versus a more complex system with the keyboard tab set. Okay, that's it with the keyboard. Besides this right here, this is your carriage lock. So when you flip that up and move the carriage to the middle, it locks it right in the middle. So when you have it in the case, it doesn't bang around in there causing any kind of damage. Flip it down to unlock it, and that will also lock your keys, I believe, on this one, and the shift. So it locks pretty much everything up. The hood opens from the top there. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling clockwise to the right. And if you want to switch the direction, you can do it manually by flipping the side you want it to go to towards the middle or towards the front. And that's meant to catch the eyelet at the end of the ribbon, which is a little metal piece, and swap the direction automatically. This is your touch control. The farther towards the front you go, there's a plus sign there. The more tension there is when you hit the keys, and the farther back you go, the less tension. So you just want to play with that to gauge your preference. This has a pretty heavy touch on the SM3 and the SM4 versus the SM9. So I like it on low on this model. This is your carriage release, only one on the right side. Super smooth, just like you would think a Mercedes would feel like. Pull out the knob here, it disables the spacing. That needs a little bit of oil, but that's going to disable the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. And you flip this back, actually you flip this back down here, and that does the same thing. So it just, when you turn the knob, it doesn't, you don't have to worry about the spacing. It's a line space retainer. When you flip it up, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.